magst. Optimal, freue mich, dass wir hier alle erschienen sind an einem Freitagabend zu unserem EVAP Team Call. Leute, heute ist auf jeden Fall ein extrem besonderer Team Call. Wir haben einen Special Guest. Vor 2 Wochen oder vor 3 Wochen, wenn ich mich nicht irre, mussten wir diesen Call postponen. Ja, weil Luke ein bisschen krank war, aber er war all in. Er wollte uns definitiv bereichern mit seinen Informationen. Er ist mehr als vorbereitet für diesen Call. Ich habe ihm auf jeden Fall ein paar Punkte mitgegeben und er weiß ganz genau, ja, was wir von ihm hören wollen. Er weiß ganz genau, worauf heute eingehen darf. Ja, ich kann euch sagen, okay, es ist jetzt eine Woche vergangen seit dem EVAP-Event. Du hast genug Informationen gehört das Wochenende. Du weißt ganz genau, was zu tun ist, um jetzt bis Ende des Jahres ein Level-Up zu machen. Oder du hast die Fähigkeiten, du hast die Ressourcen, du hast die Uplines, du hast den Mehrwert. Heute auf dem Call wirst du Inspiration bekommen. Du wirst eine Inspiration bekommen, du wirst eine Call to Action bekommen, dass du ganz genau weißt, wie du jetzt aufs nächste Level kommen kannst. Leute, ich würde sagen, wir müssen extrem ausrasten im Chat. Ja, für unseren brand new Chairman 10 aus der Niederlande. Leute, tatsächlich der allererste in der gesamten Geschichte bei AM, der es geschafft hat, in Belgien beziehungsweise in Holland Chairman 10 zu gehen. Okay, Belgien, Holland, sicher das gleiche Land. Er hat gesagt, in Holland, alright? Es ist wirklich unfassbar, wenn man drüber nachdenkt. Eine Person, die so jung ist, es geschafft hat in weniger als 3 Jahren, in 10 oder in weniger als 3 Jahren, ist dieser Junge, ist dieser Mann, Luuk Brands, Chairman 10 gegangen. Okay, und ich kann euch wirklich sagen, Luuk ist nicht nur Chairman 10 und ist finanziell, zeitlich und geografisch da, wo wir alle gerne hin würden. Okay, reist durch die ganze Welt, war noch vor ein paar Tagen und Wochen in Dubai, okay, und ist viel unterwegs. Luuk ist eine Person, die ein extrem gutes Herz hat für dieses Business und für die Menschheit, oder? Er liebt Menschen bedingungslos und man merkt es, wenn man mit ihm quatscht. Man merkt es an seiner Geschichte, woher er wirklich kommt, was für Probleme er hatte, wie er selber mit sich selber lernen musste, umzugehen. Aber dennoch ist er heute hier am Start, um dich zu bereichern mit seinen Informationen, mit seiner Story, okay, mit seinem Value. Deswegen lasst uns wirklich das Beste daraus machen. Leitet heute nicht eine Organisation von 300 Personen oder von 400 Personen, sondern eine Organisation von knapp 1000 Menschen. Leute, droppt mal Welle in den Chat, ja, für den Speaker, den wir gleich haben auf dieser Bühne. Leute, ich kann euch sagen, es ist nicht schwer, es ist nicht einfach, an dieses Level zu kommen, eine Organisation zu leiten von 1000 Menschen. Das bedeutet viel Arbeit, es bedeutet viel Sacrifice, es bedeutet viel Selbstaufopferung, viel Leadership. Und ich weiß ganz genau, dass Luuk genau diese Dinge gemeistert hat und wenn er sie nicht gemeistert hat, auf einem extrem guten Weg ist dorthin. Das ist sein allererstes Business. Drop mal eine 3 in den Chat, wenn I Am Master Academy dein allererstes Business ist. Luuk hat noch nie zuvor irgendwas anderes gemacht, vielleicht so ein paar Side-Hustles mit Sneaker Resale, aber iMaster Academy ist seine allererstes investierter Cent in der Online-Industrie und schaut, wie es bei ihm geklappt hat. Somit sind wir alle gesegnet. IM hat sein Leben komplett verändert. Er wird gleich noch darauf eingehen, konnte seine Freundin kennenlernen in diesem Business. Und somit würde ich sagen, Bro, I edified you, bro. The team is stoked to hear your teachings. I will give you the co-host. You can proceed in English, so no worry, man. Everybody will understand you. If not, they can rewatch the call. So, bro, you can unmute yourself. Thank you for being here. The team is going crazy on the chat. We really want to know, yeah, what is up with the Netherlands? What is up with your leadership? What is the sauce you have ready for us? So, yeah, bro, the stage is yours and you can proceed. Thank you.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Bro, is my sound good? Because I got these freaking earphones on, which I never have. I looked on myself, but anyway, is it sound good, guys?
It's great, bro. It's great.
Hopefully it is. Hopefully. Okay, perfect. So if my Wi-Fi is bad or anything, please let me know because we're having a P5K and above dinner because we got some big plans for 2024. But first of all, I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for being on this call. Actually, you know, the moment I got asked for the call, I jumped in the sky because it has always been like my dream. Like, you know, I was the kid back in Barcelona. Maybe you were at the convention back then. We were with like 50 people from Netherlands and Belgium in total. And I had this dream to once do a call for Germany or like work together with Germany. And I've always been like me and my mentor, he's here as well. We've been literally like stalking Daniel as IG, Ilya as IG for months. Like you guys are inspiration. So bro, I'm super grateful that you asked me for the call. I really look up to you. I'm super grateful for you, your leadership, everything you do. You know, you really helped me with you know, getting closer to God. So I'm very thankful for that. And next to that, I'm just super happy to be on this call. I mean, I've been feeling really bad lately. That's the reason why I wasn't on last time's call. But I had a lot of good energy before I started getting in this call because I just love to serve. I just love to serve. I just love to help people. And my goal with this call is to really inspire you. Because you know, a lot of people see the success right now, they see the nice flyer, they see the team, etc. But I can tell you, like, it was a journey, right? It was a journey, and for every single person on this call, you're having your own journey as well. And hopefully I can be one of those people that can inspire you to keep going, you know, to keep going no matter what's happening. You know, maybe you can relate with some stuff about my journey. And most of the time people say like we don't care about your story, but I think it's very good to understand somebody's story, because then you understand that in the end of the day, every single person on this call, that's what I believe in. Maybe you have notes, maybe not. I would write it down for yourself. But I believe that there's a chairman and a chairwoman in every single person on this call. 100,000%. Like 100,000%. Because we are born to win, but we're getting programmed to actually lose, right? We're getting programmed to go a whole different way, because I'm getting in this call maybe a little bit more in depth on how I see IM, how I see this business, because I have the feeling that I see it in a very different way. You know, I mean, I tattooed this on my wrist not because it's a trading platform, not because it's a nice community. I tattooed this on my arm, and I am in IMS3 Academy because of one reason. And that reason is because I believe that for every single person on this planet, its biggest goal is to grow to their God's potential. To literally grow to your God's potential. And some people find it hard to understand that, but let's say it in a more easy way. Your goal in life is always to grow as a person, not to make money. That's what I believe in, right? The truth of the truth is that there is no truth, but I believe that your goal should be to grow, to become a better person, to become a leader, to make the world a better place. Because when we started living on this planet, we were not born with money. It didn't exist. Nowadays, we have a society where people are focused on social media and drinking alcohol and focusing on money. But IM is a vehicle that focus on the right stuff. IM is that one vehicle that, and I'm going to go more deeper into it, and it's a very emotional thing for me, but IM, what it did for me, it just gave me hope. I just needed a chance. That was the only thing that I needed. And some people still don't understand it, which is okay, right? But I think the most important thing to realize is that I'm no different from you. I'm just a 22-year-old boy from Netherlands. I was 90 when I got started, and I just used this platform. I just used the team calls. I just attended always. And I've always been hungry, looking up to people like Daniel Petro, people like Ilya Zubik, like that guy. It's like, you know, you have that one person you look up to so bad that you have almost a poster like next to your bed. Like that's Ilya for me, right? Like I want the same stuff as them. And I started understanding that, you know, I did multiple calls with Ilya. In IM, you have people that are making money, which is nice, that are successful, but they do it with the right heart. They do it with the right intention. And if you are having this opportunity right now, is amazing because it's Friday night. I like the fact that you do calls on Friday night as a team call. Most people are like, what are they doing right now? Like sipping, you know, some Hennessy, having some balloons and that stuff. It's a waste of time. So just a little quick story about me, because I don't want to keep it too long. Before I got started inside of this business, by the way, when I do storytelling, just take out the nuggets, right? Just listen very closely. Sometimes there will be some things that I will tell you that can maybe help you. But anyway, before I started this business, I had a pretty good youth. I've seen the very rich side. My parents have been really freaking rich. And until 2010, you know, there was a crisis, and my parents became broke as a joke, literally broke as a joke. And they're very spiritual. So before I was already into spirituality, to be honest. Before let's say that I was already like focusing on like you get what you think about most of the time, all those kinds of stuff, right? I already read Think and Grow Rich, but it was just my surrounding, just my environment that messed everything up for me. Before I got started with this business, I used to work at Snipes. Maybe you saw it in one of my reels. I used to play very high level handball. I've always been playing against Germany as well. I always lost, but we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, you know, I played very high level handball, and I was already a leader in that sport. I had to lead my team. But my parents always told me, like, drop a one in chat if your parents told you, make sure to get your paper, your license, and then you'll get a job. Drop a one in chat if you had the same, because that is what my parents have been telling me for a very long time. But it was hard for me. It was really hard for me, guys. School was the hardest thing ever for me. I just cannot learn anything that I'm not interested in. So it came in one ear and it got out in the other ear. And every single year, so you know, you have your first grade, sixth grade, whatever it is, I had to do a summer task because people said, Luuk, you're dumb. Luuk, you're dumb. Luuk, you can't learn. You're not a good student. And at some point, I literally lost like hope in everything. Like the whole system that we have, they wrote me off. They completely wrote me off. And I started believing in it. You know, the thing is, your environment is super important because what people are saying to you on a day-to-day basis, it gets into your subconscious mind, and at some point you start believing what people were saying. So I didn't have an environment of people saying, let's go, bro, let's have a great future, let's work on ourselves. I didn't have that, you know. I was playing sports, which was nice. I already had a good environment in that part, but still all those guys were doing drugs, smoking, and all that stuff, so it didn't really help. Then the coronavirus came, and in the Netherlands we had a lockdown, right? And you have to understand that I worked so hard to get my license, so hard. And I worked at a school where it was more the practical work because I worked at Snipes for my school. But then boom, everything was gone. I couldn't get my license. I couldn't play sports anymore. I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't do anything anymore. And I became super depressed. Really, really depressed. And when I'm talking about really depressed, I was in a place where every single morning, just understand, for 3 or 4 months, I was waking up and I asked myself, why am I even here anymore? Because I had nothing, guys, back then. I just didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any people around me because we were locked up at home. And I didn't have a vision for the future anymore. And then I read Think and Grow Rich again, and it said, you get what you think about most of the time. And I started thinking to myself, like, hey, I'm depressed, I'm suicidal, I'm feeling really bad every single day, but I have the power to change that, right? That's the thing. We as human beings, we all have something inside of here. You know, we all want to be a multi-billionaire, right? But you're already a multi-billionaire. You have a multi-billion-dollar computer inside of your head that you can get, that you can use if you have control over it, right? If you just make a decision. And that is something that I did. I just made the decision to change my life. That was the thing. I started building a gym inside of my garage. I started reading books. I started listening to podcasts. I didn't have friends anymore. Like for 4 months, I was just on my own, literally on my own, with my own thoughts. And every single day, guys, I already learned from Bob Proctor before I started in IM. You have to write down every single day. I am so happy and grateful now that I have, or that I am. And I started writing down. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a good environment. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making money online. I just wrote it down. I had nothing. I have a, I don't know if I have the photo, maybe I have it, and I can show it to you. But I remember it was 2020, and it was in December, like the last day, the real last day of December. And here, I can show you. I put this on my story. It was the 31st of December. And it's in Dutch, so you probably can't read it. But it's, oh yeah, no, it's in English. So I said, it's been a rough year, seen a lot, went through a lot, but I got some big plans for 2021. You know, the fun fact is, I didn't have a plan for 2021. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't even know I am. So then IM came on my path. And maybe you had the same as me. But I believe that your intuition is like your guidance. It guides you towards the right direction. And my inner feeling, when I came to an office, there were 40 people in IM. I started when there was 40 people in IM in Netherlands, in Netherlands. And I got to an office and my feeling said to me, this is it. And 2 weeks after I joined this business, I quit my job, I quit my school, I quit everything, and I went all in with the business. Literally, like in 2 weeks. Just because it was just a feeling. And people said, you're nuts, you're doing crazy stuff, what the hell is going on? But I was happy finally. That's the only thing I was looking for months, being happy and having a good environment. And some people may have experienced some hard times as well. Some people might have not. But the moment I started with this business, it just gave me hope and it just gave me a chance, because there is nothing you cannot do with I am. It's impossible. Like, you want financial freedom, you can go get it. You want to grow as a person, you can go get it. You want location, time freedom, whatever it is that you want, you can get it inside of this business. And that's the thing. I talk about this a lot in my organization, but commitment is the most important thing. Commitment. You have to have a commitment, because that's the same thing in relationships you see nowadays. That's the same things you see with people going to school or sports, whatever it is. If you're not committed to something in the beginning, and you don't even, like, I have a contract with myself. I put up a contract in my first 2 weeks saying I'm not quitting this business in my first 5 years, or either I'm paying $50,000 to like a how do you say it, a good funds, you know what I mean, kids in Africa or whatever. I just made that commitment. And I think when you make the commitment, you say to God, like, I'm doing this and I trust you no matter what happens. I know that you brought this business to me because I asked for it. Every single person that is on this call right now, you asked for this, right? You are right now literally in the blessing that you have been praying for maybe months or maybe a year ago. But that's important then to really use it, guys, to really make use of this business. Because inside of this business, it's pretty simple. It's a very simple business. It's all duplicatable. There's all system. Everything works. But my mentor taught me one thing that really changed my life. And he said, Luke, and I'm going to type it in the chat because that makes it much easier. Hold on. He said, Luke, because I don't know what the X means, but he said, Luke, attend, X apply, X time is achieved. Let me find the is. Yeah, I'm gonna type it in chat, guys. That makes it a little easier, right? This. And this is just the formula that I have been using for the success that I had inside of this business, because it's super simple. In this business, we only have to attend these kind of calls. We only have to attend the conventions, the Super Saturdays, the I Am Academies, all the videos that you can watch. You have to attend it, then you have to apply it. Just give it time and you will achieve it. That's super simple. Because I know we were at the convention in Croatia and I got so emotional when Guillaume said, winners never quit and quitters never win. I came from a place that I did multiple attempts to end my life. I had multiple times that I was thinking, like, there is no hope anymore. Like, I can't do anything in my life anymore, but I am just gave me the opportunity and I took it. That's the only thing I did. I just took it. So I went P600 in 2 weeks, which was pretty nice. Then back then, I needed money, I needed money. Then I saw the impact vision after a very short period of time. But like, guys, my first year, we did not have a system. We had no launch system. In my first year, I didn't know the 7 skills of network marketing. I didn't know what leadership was, nothing. Like, my uplines were just traveling. I became the second P2000 in the Netherlands. Our first 2 years, we only had like 3 or 4 P2000s, but I had a vision as well, which was very important. I had a vision. I have one of my P5 sitting next to me. And now when I had chairman, he said to me, bro, you had a vision back then. And everything you told me, it came out. Everything I told him almost 3 years ago came out. So what's the lesson of that, guys? You know what I did every single day? Every single day, I was speaking about what I wanted to have in already the present tense. Every single day. I have 3 P5000s right here. And if you ask them why they want to go chairman, it's because Luke always said, I am a chairman, I am a chairman, I am a chairman, we are chairman, we are. I told them that every single day. But the question is, what is a chairman? What does it mean to be a chairman? For me, what does it mean to be chairman, guys? Success is something that you are, not what you have, right? And that's the goal in life. You want to become a successful person. Everybody wants the big success, the big money, but it's not about the money. It's about who you become, which makes you have a certain amount of money on a month-to-month basis, but that won't fill you up. The money won't fill you up. The materialistic things won't fill you up. And I already know it back then. I was already focused on, I want to impact people. I want to change other people's lives. Because for me, it was a big struggle to be depressed. For me, it was a big struggle to have no money. But you can say like, oh, that's my story and that's my past. Or you can say like, hey, I can use this to change somebody else's life. I can use this to be somebody else's inspiration. Everything I had to learn is nowadays the training I give to my people. I help in my organization more than 40 people get out of a depression without knowing anything about psychology. I've helped multiple people quit their job, multiple people quit their school, you know. Like last week, I had a girl coming to me. Her mom was super depressed and she didn't know what to do. And I just helped her. And like a couple days later, she called me. We called for like 1 hour. And at that moment, she said it was going much better. It already changed for her. And that's the thing, guys. One of the most important things for our organization, you know, a lot of people look up to our organization right now. But the thing is, I've always been a person that is focused on one thing. As long as you make sure that somebody else's life is okay, God will make sure that your life is okay. And I said this on the P5 panel back in Rotterdam, but that's just the fact, guys. You know, that's just what I've been seeing. The people that are really filled up from the inside, that are truly happy from the inside, that are truly, in my opinion, successful human beings, they focus on helping other people. Because, you know, inside of this business, it's pretty interesting. You know, I became a P1000 after 9 months because I still had a really hard journey. Inside of this business, my why is to keep growing because I don't want to be depressed. And still 3 or 4 times again inside of this business, I had to go back to a psychologist. I was depressed again and stuff. But that was all for me, not to me, right? After 6 months, I had to work a job again. After 6 months being in this business, and I didn't have any money anymore. You know, I was a P600. My whole organization was gone. And after 9 months, like just before I became a P1000, I made a decision again. And a decision is something, guys, you make every single day. Commitment is something you have every single day. You know, after 9 months, I was broke as I had €4 to my name, literally €4. And I made the decision again. You know, when I made the decision, guys, pretty crazy because, you know, I just talked a little bit about where it came from, right? Leading out of your heart and really doing it for the people, because that's the name of our organization. But I went with my mentor. I went to a event. It was my first event ever, a physical event in Portugal back then, in Porto. And this is like my story with that event is a perfect example of how events can change your life. So listen up, guys. I went to an event and I had no money. So my mentor paid for me. I was 9K in debt by my mentor. My upline, I was 9K in debt, right? So I went to this event. He promised me, he said, bro, Jason Brown is coming. Christopher Terry was coming, Jay Awal, and some other Portuguese speakers. At that event, it was the first time I ever saw people from different countries. I ever saw people from Spain and Portugal, and I saw 3,000 people. And I came there, and you know what the fun thing was? Everything was in Spanish and Portuguese, and I didn't understand anything. Like I didn't. I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I just got in debt more to listen to this event. And it's not going to help me. I'm not going to get the right information. And then boom, Jason Brown and Jay Awal were speaking. Chris Terry didn't come anymore. You know what the fun fact is, guys? I had an organization of 2 people at that event. And it gave me this vision again. It gave me this commitment again. It gave me, I don't know, sometimes you just have to see it with your eyes to believe it more. That's why I always say, like, in my organization, if somebody doesn't have a ticket for Budapest, we don't work together. If you don't have your ticket, we don't work together. You have to be at events. Conventions are literally the place where your life will change. But anyway, next to that. So I had an organization of 2 people. I went to that event. I didn't understand anything. 1 month later, I had an organization of 40 people. 1 month later, I had an organization of 160 people. 2 months later, I had an organization of 300 people. After that event, I almost became a P5000 in 1 year. And I started thinking by myself, I didn't know the 7 skills, 5 levels of leadership, nothing. But what I did understand, guys, is if you work on yourself every single day and you grind your ass off, it compounds. It always compounds. I was being pushed back for such a long time. But you know, I think it's called a catapult. I don't know if it's called a catapult, but when you get pushed back at some point, poof, there you go. And that was the first time, you know, that I saw bigger success for myself, and I started believing in it. But I didn't hit P5. You know, Netherlands was still like in the beginning. It was still in this beginner phase. And then we went to Zurich. And just before Zurich, maybe some people recognize me. I was bald almost. But just before Zurich, the night before Zurich, I hit my P5000. I became the first P5000 ever in the Netherlands. And the months before that, I was depressed again. I was feeling bad again. And now I look back, and this is something that I've learned for every single person in school that's going through a hard time. Just understand that thieves never break into homes that are empty, where there is like no value inside of the home. So the devil will never attack somebody that has something really, really, really special inside of them. So if it's taking some time, guys, if you are having a hard time growing, that's okay. I had hard moments as well. I've been crying so much, but what I understood is like I used to drown in my tears, in my own tears, but nowadays I'm just swimming in my own greatness. And that is just a choice that you make every single day to say, I'm going to make this happen no matter what. I'm going to make this happen no matter what. So I was just obsessed with chairman, right? Guys, I was obsessed with chairman. I still am. But every single day I was just working towards chairman. I wrote it down everywhere. Now I became a chairman 10 this year, the first ever in the Netherlands, which is pretty nice. But the moment I hit it, I really started understanding, we had my celebration at our Super Saturday. It's really about helping other people, guys. Just make sure that you leave this planet a little bit better than you found it. Because in the end of the day, when you're 18, when you're 19, when you're on your deathbed, it's all about the impact that you made. And I know some people on this call, they only trade, which is okay, right? I don't have anything against that. That's just my belief. That's how I see this world. I was in Dubai, I think 2 weeks ago, riding the Lambo and all that stuff. I didn't really feel good, to be honest. Now on this call, I'm feeling good because I love to do this. Hopefully there's a couple people on this call that I can really give this change, that I can really give this inspiration to let them see like, hey, you can do it as well. Because if a kid that is literally, I was labeled as the dumbest kid ever, but I know how to build this business. I really know how to build this business. I understand it. I understand it not with here only, but I understand it with my heart, because that's all what it's about. Some people don't really believe in collective consciousness. I definitely believe in collective consciousness, but just look around in this world, like all the stuff you're seeing. I'm not going deeper into the rappers and all that stuff, but I think it's very important to grab the chance and understand the timing that you have inside of this business. I can say you one thing: 2024. It's going to be a big wave. The only thing that you need to do is have your boat inside of the wave, have your boat inside of the sea, because then the wave will take you with it, guys. I mean, when I started, I saw a little bit of industry momentum. I've seen IM momentum. I've seen, the momentum in your organization, my own team. But just understand that that's coming back again, right? The industry momentum is coming back very soon. His momentum is already, we're already seeing it. Japan popping a new chairman 100, chairman 50 and stuff. So, my story isn't very special, but, I know there are some people inside of this call that might have a hard time. I just want to say one thing. If there's anyone that's struggling mentally, please send me a message, because I really want to help. I really want to help you if you're struggling with that. So, Daniel asked me, like, what is the reason why our team is in such momentum, and how we build up this big of an organization. And I think the most important thing, guys, is I think one of my P5 said it on the panel, is if you have people join for money, they will leave for money. That was one of the most important things in our organization. We are for the people. We are not for the money. But the fun thing is, the people that are really for the people make the most money inside of our organization. So how did we build up the organization? Is what I always recommend people is I always build offline. I have a system which is now also online, but I've always been building offline, guys, because you have to understand, inside of this business, people are programmed by their environment. People are programmed by certain beliefs. But what people need inside of this world is just a leader. They just need somebody that leads in front, that leads the way, and shows them how it's done. I've always worked at offices. I have 9 offices in my organization, 9 different offices. And I just go to office, and literally every single day, 40 to 50 people are sitting there, and they're grinding their asses off. Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. That's their life. IM is just their life. And for me, I think that's very important because you have to eliminate all obstacles and all distractions around you. Because if you want to make this thing work, you have to be all in. You have to be all in. And that's one of the most important things, in my opinion, in my success, is I've always been all in. You know, some people might know it, some people don't. Your wish is your command from Kevin Trudeau. Hopefully, some of y'all listen to it. I've been studying that. And the question is, what is your willingness to learn and what is your willingness to accept change on a day-to-day basis? Who are you listening to, right? Are you working only on the physical side, but also on the spiritual side? That's super important, you know. So for me, the willingness to change, it was always 10 out of 10. I have to go, guys, my first year, 365 days. I haven't been not at the office for a full year. My first year, every single day I was there. I skipped my mom's birthday, every single birthday, Christmas, everything. Because you have to sacrifice what you love for a short period of time, because otherwise what you love will become the sacrifice. I retired my mom a couple of weeks ago when I hit Chairman 10, right? Why? Because I was all in and I said, I'm going to make this thing happen. Nothing else, you know. Some people say, but I want to do this as well and I want to play high level football. Okay, bro. But if you want to be one of the big players, if you want to do something big, all the big people, they went all in. They went all for it. And that's the thing with success. It's just something you have to be a little bit crazy. You have to be a little bit nuts inside of your brain to think you can achieve something big as maybe chairman, 500 people, you know. I had almost no friends and I built up an organization of more than 1,000 people. I have 3 P5000s, more than 14 P2000s. Why? Because the how doesn't matter. It's all about why you want certain things. And if God knows you do it with your heart and you work with your heart and you really do it for people to really help them with the right intention, you will literally get everything. So work offline every single day with your people. Be with them, right? Give them the same beliefs because people don't do what you say. People always do what you are doing. My organization have been seeing me doing, showing the plan, running events every single day. They saw me working so hard. So you have to build a team that is focused on work ethic. But don't forget one thing. This business, you have to build a family. Our organization is literally a family. And how can you build a family is work on trust, guys. Have certain values for yourself. No, also for the people that are just trading, you know, be surrounded by people that are trading better than you. I've always had this mindset. I have to be the dumbest person in the room. And I have to leave my room. I have to leave my office every single day being better, being smarter. Because if I become better every single day, 1% in 1 year, you know, I invested in myself. And my investment went up 365%. But the thing is, at some point, it will start compounding and it will leverage, right? It will go 2x, 4x, 5x. So really make sure that you do that. And also launch people offline, if possible. I know Germany is hella big. Like Netherlands is super small. So it's kind of easier. But I always launch people offline. Always. I do goal setting with them offline. I do trainings with them offline. I invite with people offline. Because if you do that offline business every single day with people, and it is something my mentor told me, he said, Luke, in the Corona period, right, in the COVID period, if people were physically together and you had COVID, you would give somebody else the COVID virus. He said, Luke, I am as a COVID virus as well, but it's a positive virus. And if you're physically with people, you will give them the same virus. They will start having the same beliefs as you. Because we shift people's paradigms always. Like people are so programmed to think like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whatever day it is, it's made up. It's just a system that keeps you trapped inside of your head. So if you do the exact opposite, and Friday night is the same as Monday night, and Monday morning is the same as Friday morning, and Saturday morning and Sunday morning, you know, if you do what most people don't do, you will get what most people don't have. And you have to create that environment. You have to have that campfire, keep people close. You know, this summer we had crazy momentum in summer. Most people don't have big momentum in summer. You know, people go on vacations. Nobody went on vacation almost in our organizations. It's pretty funny. There was a news article a couple months ago, and I was like big in that news article, and they were making me like, they were blackmailing me like hardcore. You know what all my people in my organization said? Bro, the Matrix is attacking you, bro. The Matrix is attacking you. bro, they're lying, the news is fake. Like, people just know how our leaders lead from their hearts. You know, nobody in our organization shows their profits on trading, for example. So we are really focused, like our retention in our organization is built on loving each other. And in my opinion, you're born to love each other. You're born to have fun with each other. You are born to make progress with each other. Because if I'm the person with the highest vibration in the room, I can level people up as well. You know, this is a push and pull business, guys. And that's very important to understand. So launching is very key, has been very key for us. Really focused on doing that offline, focused on working offline with people, and working in unison is the most important thing. Like, we have Matt Rosen said it to us, like, we have almost no ego inside of our organization. Almost no. Oh, everyone is ego, I know, but like, nobody has that big ego that like might. We do everything together. And if you do everything together, you create momentum, because momentum is nothing more than a group that's moving in unison towards the same direction, right? So for Budapest, who are you working together with? Are you just working with yourself in your organization, or do you want to lift other people up as well, right? Are you collabing with other people? Because my mentor always said, Luke, ego seeks separation, but soul seeks unity. And I think it's very important to work in unison towards certain goals to really make that happen. Because now inside of our organization, the way we are really growing is, you know, the funny thing, how are we really growing? Women. You guys, I had a woman in my organization. So guys, it's not that guys cannot win, because we're still with them. I'm going into that as well. But for all the women on this call, TikTok is like, bruh, like my girlfriend, she's a P2. We do everything on TikTok. Like, you know, because Daniel messaged me and he said, like, okay, Instagram, like really messaging people doesn't really work anymore that good. Please start doing TikTok and like be really consistently on it. Every single day I post TikToks. Every single day we do it in our organization. That's what brought the biggest momentum to us the last 1.5 years. But so for all the women, my girlfriend posts a TikTok once a day or once 2 days. She gets like 50 DMs every single day of people contacting her. Like literally every single day. But what is very important, guys, if you launch person inside of your organization, don't really start focusing on social media right away. What I understood inside of my business and what I've been duplicating is somebody else's, you know, Julia Harry. I will send some of the girls of our organization, because I had a P2 in my organization that popped a couple weeks ago. Her PRSV is 7,000, which is absolutely freaking nuts. Yeah, they're all doing TikTok. So even the guys as well, by the way, we're all pushing TikTok. So I see some of y'all faces thinking like, hell no, I ain't doing TikTok. Guys, I put my butt on there as well. Start working on it, but understand this. My most important thing with launching people is their first 7 days. Their first 7 days. Because their war market, somebody else's new war market, is your hot market. Always. It's the hot market you are looking for. What we are building on is home meetings. I don't know if y'all work a lot on home meetings. Maybe y'all do, maybe y'all don't. But I remember when I was P2, P5, I was doing home meetings maybe at least 5 times a week. Every single day I was trying to do home meetings. Because, you know, it's very important, guys. I don't know how the culture is, you know, with people in Germany, but the Netherlands, people want to have that safe and trusty environment. They want to have that same environment, the environment that they already know. And when we started scaling the home meetings, you know, I have people in Belgium, I have a team in Belgium as well. They have around 80 to 120 people. It's a guy who has a big ass house at their home meeting every single Sunday. Because you have to work from event to event, but we work from home meeting to home meeting. Always work from home meeting to home meeting. Work from business opportunity meeting to business opportunity meeting. Work from, you know, online call to online call. If you can start scaling your business and really start launching people good, that's one of the most important things if you want to build a big business, in my opinion. Because that's all what we have been really focusing on is social media attraction, but really in your hot market, get people to your houses. Start signing them up right away there. And when they sign up, my idea is to get them to P150 in their first 7 days. Because for me, the biggest retention tool, guys, to stay inside of this business is the paycheck, is your residual. Because residual income, you know, rich stands for residual income creates happiness, and it's the best income there is. I'm not that best of a trader. I do have a big funded account. We're not like really on funded in the Netherlands, but like a really big funded account, and I put my money in there. I put my money in investments. The last couple of months, Bitcoin and Solana, they've been pretty nice, to be honest. But I had to have residual income to make sure that I can invest in my business, but I can also invest in coins. I can also invest in my trading account. So really make sure that if you want to have new people inside of your organization, TikTok is one of the things that is really a game changer. And keep doing home events. Trust me, keep doing home events, because if you really get like momentum in home events, at some point, everybody in your organization is doing the same. Sometimes now in my organization, like they're doing 9 home events in one evening at all different places. And you're gonna always tell me one thing, which I'm still like really hungry in this day, is timing is everything, guys. Timing is everything. You might have a chairman 50 already. You might have already like multiple chairman 25, multiple chairman 10s, guys. But just know one thing: will be the biggest company in the world. It will be the biggest network marketing company ever. Will be, I don't know how that company is called. That big company, network marketing company. Maybe you know it, Daniel. But anyway, the next 20, 10, 30, yeah, and literally, and some people, when we say that, they're like, just understand the timing. You're literally in the 2013 of Bitcoin. You're still there. And if you understand the timing, the crypto market doesn't even have its bull run yet. There's probably, I've heard some things about what Christopher Terry is trying to create now for our organization, for our business. It's only going up. So if you understand the timing, you understand that the next 5 to 10 years can definitely change your life. Make sure to be on it and make sure to make the decision to really go for it. What I ask myself every single day is just, Luke, if everybody in my organization did what I did today, how would my organization grow? I ask myself that every single night. So I have to be productive. I have to grow myself in all freaking areas, every single area. And the last thing that I want to end with, because I wanted to talk also about like what helped me personally. Like personal development is very important, because the more you know about what you already know. And I started understanding, when my mentor said it super simple to me, like, Luke, success is something that you are, not what you have. I started understanding that I had to really work on my inner game, because this world is nothing but, it's just a thought. It's just a big illusion, right? So if you start understanding that inside of this world, everything that you have is a reflection, is a mirror of your inner world, how you are from the inside, you have to understand that every single day you should be working, you should be doing, showing the plan, running events and all that stuff. But I think the most important thing for me was always my imagination. Always my imagination. And that is crazy, because that is something that Einstein said as well. They did some tests on Einstein's brain, and the funny thing is his most developed part of his brain was I think it's frontal lobe, and which meant it's just his part where he can do the imagination. Thomas Edison, guys, he had so many times of failure, so many moments where he could give up, but he did create the light bulb. The Wright brothers, nobody said it was possible to fly. But nobody said it was possible for me to become successful. Nobody said it was possible for me to help 500 people. Now it's 1,000. It's 2 times more. And who can I thank all that to? It's to God. In the end of the day, He gave me everything, but He showed me inside of this business what I was able to achieve. I was having a conversation with my dad a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about photos. And back in the days, really, I think 30, 40 years ago, when they took a photo, guys, they had this paper where the photo was on. They put it in the water, probably you understand it, and then they put it inside of a dark room. And after like a couple of days, you were able to see the photo. And that's actually the same thing with this business. Sometimes God shows you a picture, shows you a vision of what you are going to be able to achieve, and then inside of the darkness it will grow. But that's why it's very important, guys, to really focus on the spiritual side as well. that was for me a very important thing, because some people say, bro, don't focus too much on the spiritual side, which I understand. I don't teach it a lot. But 99% of success, which Alex Morton said as well, is the spiritual side. Your emotions, your feelings. Guys, what are you thinking about every single day? You have an like an average of 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day, and we get what we think about most of the time. But 90% comes out of our subconscious mind, which is created from our age from 0 to 7. And that then you start understanding it's very important, guys. Wait, hold on. I have to see the chat because I don't. If you say spiritual, which kind of things did you do on a day-to-day? I kept it super simple, literally super simple. Bob Proctor always used to say, like, our only limit in life is our weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. So what's very important, guys, is every single day, how focused are you on what you want to create in the future, and how much are you visualizing it? Every single morning, guys, I just visualize. Like on my phone, I can show you right here. I think it might be from Hussein. Yeah, I screenshotted this. This is the story from Hussein. I visualize everywhere, guys. My room, I think I see Tarek has it as well. Like your room, it has to be full of what you want to achieve. Like everything, I visualize everything I have. I wrote it down every single. That just takes like 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes a day, maybe even 10 minutes a day. Focus on what do you want to have. When do I do it the most, guys? In the morning and just before I get to sleep, because then our brain is in theta waves, which makes everything that you think of, write down, etc., get into your subconscious mind. So before you get to sleep, when you wake up, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a chairman fan. And I started visualizing it so much, guys, that I started crying every single day. I cried when I saw it every single day, because I got emotionally attached to what it is that I wanted to create. So, I think it's very important to focus on that as well. If you don't have certain things inside of your life, just know it's not your fault. Let's say it like that. But really make sure to focus every single day on what do you want to create. You have the ability to create every single day. We're God's highest form of creation. All successful people say it, guys, when you just study them. Kevin Trudeau talks about it. Bob Proctor talks about it. Alex Morton talks about it. I mean, there's multiple videos where Kanye is talking about it, law of attraction and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, guys, I work my butt off every single day. I work my butt off. I went with my scooter to the office for 1 year straight, with my scooter to the office and back. 45 minutes back. I was there 8 a.m. in the morning, and I left 3 a.m. at night for a straight year. But I also really started working on my mind, working on my visualization. And in the end of the day, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. If you can see it in your mind, you can definitely hold it in your hands. So I have a big vision. I'm very grateful that Netherlands had nothing. I was always looking up to Germany. Like, y'all don't even want to know how much I prayed to have the same stuff as Germany. I prayed for it every single day, because every single event that we were at, or we started seeing ranks popping, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't really have the mentorship that much, So be grateful with what you have, but guys, have a big vision, a really big vision, big ass vision for yourself, for your team, for your organization, and focus on it every single day and never leave it. Because I had multiple times where I could have the chance to quit this business, but I just didn't quit. Daniel just didn't quit. Tarek just didn't quit. Ilya didn't quit. And there's multiple people I can name. So just use this opportunity, make the best out of it, and just take out the simple things. Like I said, guys, it's all about just commitment. It's all about imagination. It's all about work ethic. It's all about the skills, the leadership, and the inner game. It's super simple. My mentor said to me, Luke, just work on 3 things: your inner game, your leadership game, and your skills game. That's it. And just follow the people. Like, I went to, I remember in my first year, I went to Tenerife to meet one of my P5 uplines. And, like I said, in my first year, I was really broke. So I went in debt for that. I was driving 3 hours a couple, days ago to meet my mentor, to be with him one hour, for 1 hour. Listen to the people that have what you want. Do the same stuff as they did and do exactly what they will tell you, and you will achieve the same results. And the last thing I want to end with, in my opinion, um, it's very important, and this is something that really helped me with the book The Alchemist, is just find your treasure, guys. I am is literally a vehicle to find your treasure, 100,000%. It might be your main vehicle, it might be a vehicle in between certain things, I don't care, but just make sure to understand that nothing can stop you if you keep going. There is no way you cannot achieve all of your goals unless you quit or do nothing. And I can say this with, from my heart, because I've been like, Daniel, bro, I've been like really stalking you, bro, on Instagram. But I think I can say this. I think personally, if I was in his organization, I would already be celebrating for my own success, because I know that if I would be able to follow him for the rest of my life, I would get there at one point, 1000%. So never leave this guy, because everything that he has been helping me with, talking about God, talking about my health. This is a guy that you just feel that he works outside with his heart, right? He leads with his heart. He really cares about people. And those that care about people, God will definitely like praise them, make them successful, let them build big empires to change the world. Because in the next 20 to 30 to 40 years, guys, the world won't be the same. Human beings will definitely switch in consciousness, and the people that were part of that will probably be Daniel. He will be a big name in it. So, bro, I hopefully could give you guys some value. Sorry that I took too much time, maybe. But bro, I really appreciate you for asking me. I really appreciate you all, every single person on this call, even you, Tarek, bro. I've been watching you as well. I don't care what rank anybody is, but like, I just want to learn. I just want to work together. And my vision, guys, is I want to have Europe work together more. That's my vision. I've always wanted that, and I think what's coming the next 2 to 3 years, guys, it's already done. Like, everything that's coming, already be excited, already be prepared, never give up. And I hope to see you all in Budapest. Please come to me if you see me there, if you have questions, if I can help you or anything, like I said, with mental health and stuff, with business. And I'm just here to change the world with you guys. And I'm very happy that I could do this. So thank you, guys. I'm super grateful. Have an amazing, blessed night. And bro, I will give the word back to you, bro.
All right. Thank you, bro. It was perfect, man. Really, you couldn't have made it better. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your and doing good in life. It takes guts, some people may confuse that and kind of say, yeah, why is he so weak? Why is he always talking about negativity and what he went through? Can you hear me, guys? Internet? I'm here at the hotel. Yeah, all right. But for me, that shows strength. Like, for me, that shows masculinity. Yeah, showing people that we are not always perfect, showing people that we also have doubts. We also have problems within our heads. And look, bro, I love you, bro. I'm really, really stoked to see what our organization, what Europe is bringing to the market. I know that you're a great guy, man. You're a great human being. And I know that God has really, really crazy plans for you, bro. So I wish you the best. And if you need anything, all of our team, all of our leaders are at your disposal. So guys, drop a thank you in the chat for Luuk. Give it up for him. Follow him on Instagram. Write him a DM on Instagram. Tell him why he impacted you on this call. And now I'm going to proceed to talk in German. Alright, nice. Leute, das war ein crazy Call. Okay, das war wirklich ein Part aus dem Herzen. Ich weiß ganz genau, dass Luuk sich nicht unfassbar stark auf diesen Call vorbereitet hat, mit Punkt nach Punkt nach Punkt nach Punkt, sondern einfach aus seinem Herzen geredet hat. Und ich denke, das hat den einen oder anderen angesprochen, okay? Und ich möchte einen ganz präzisen Punkt ansprechen. Und zwar, Luuk hat darüber geredet, dass eine seiner Mädels 7000 PRSV hat. Okay, 7000 PRSV. Leute, die Zeiten verändern sich, oder? Ja, die Zeiten, wie wir Instagram aufbauen, wie man Social Media aufbaut, wie man Network, verändert sich, okay? Damals war es so, dass man von Tür zu Tür gegangen ist. Man hat Leute auf der Straße angesprochen, man hat sehr viel im warmen Markt gearbeitet, okay? So hat man damals Oldschool Network Marketing aufgebaut. Covid war ein Blessing, aber auch gleichzeitig ein Nachteil, Weil Leute haben angefangen, Momentum aufzubauen, Leute haben angefangen, mehr Geld zu verdienen. Aber das Skillset im Network Marketing ist gesunken, weil Leute verwöhnt wurden mit Online-Aufbau. Sie haben es verlernt, Network Marketing zu machen. Ihr habt jetzt gerade gelernt, wie ihr dennoch mit Social Media ja, einfach das Beste wirklich für euch machen können. Und zwar an alle Mädels. Alright, Luke just put it in the chat. Milo, whatever, what's that? Yeah, Milo Koch, I think. The girls here, the guys here, you can follow her. Bro, maybe if you're still on the call, can you write me down all your leaders that are doing TikTok consistently, all the tags, bro, so that we can plug to the team. All right, just keep spamming in the chat. You guys can see it right there. So, genau das müssen wir wirklich für uns verstehen, Leute, dass wir uns lernen müssen anzupassen. Nicht eine Stagnierung, nicht eine Entscheidung von der Politik, nicht eine Situation annehmen als Realität. Nein, Leute, es geht immer darum, und das macht einen Sherman aus. Leute, ihr habt gesehen, Luke ist nicht bei 0 gestartet, Luke ist bei -10 gestartet, okay? Viele von euch seid mehr talentiert, ihr seid schlauer. Leute, ihr seid in einem geistlichen Zustand, den Luke gerne hätte, als er angefangen hat, okay? Ihr habt schon alles, was ihr braucht, aber ich kann euch sagen, was Luke hat, was viele vielleicht gerade noch nicht haben auf dem Call, und zwar ein Desire, ein Verlangen, ein Hunger danach, Wege zu finden. Ein Hunger danach, sich jetzt gerade die Frage zu stellen, wie kann ich noch mehr machen? Wie kann ich einen Daniel outworken? Wie kann ich einen Jonas, einen Yves, einen Tarek, einen Ilya, wen auch immer, okay, wen auch immer outworken? Wie kann ich mehr machen als diese Leute? Weil ich kann nicht sagen, Leute, ich war heute in Calls. Ich hatte heute meine Personal Actions, okay? Und jetzt möchte ich dir die Frage stellen, ob du sie hattest. Und ich finde, dass du aktuell in der Lage steckst, in der du steckst, weil es das Resultat ist von den Entscheidungen, die du in den letzten Wochen, Monate und Jahre getroffen hast. Möchtest du, dass 2024 ein neues Jahr für dich wird, dann musst du auch neue Entscheidungen treffen. Sei bereit dafür, die Arbeit reinzustecken, die extra Meile zu gehen, Dinge zu tun, auf die du keinen Bock hast, eigne die neue Gewohnheiten an, rede mit neuen Menschen, mach Dinge, die du zuvor noch nicht getan hast. Verlass deine Komfortzone, okay? Um dementsprechend die beste Version deiner selbst zu werden, um neues Geld zu verdienen, um Anerkennung zu bekommen, um in Budapest ein komplett anderer Mensch zu sein. Leute, wir sind gerade auf der Tour. Es ist wirklich eine sehr, sehr schöne Zeit mit Ilya, mit Johnny, mit Julian. Wirklich extrem viele Gespräche, die wir hinter den Kulissen führen. Aber Leute, wir sind aktuell in Wien. Wir haben am 3. Dezember, falls du aus Österreich bist, I love you too, bro. If you need something, just let me know, alright? Leute, 3. Dezember ist das Event in Wien, okay? Dann haben wir das Event in Linz. Wir haben Nürnberg am 5. Wir haben am 8. Dezember Frankfurt. Wir haben am 9. Dezember das Women-Event, okay? Also solltest du eine Frau sein, du hast noch keine Ahnung vom Women-Event. In Frankfurt werden wir ein Event haben, nur mit Frauen. Am 9. Dezember solltest du keine Ahnung haben. Geh auf deine Upline zu, okay? Hol dir die Infos. Danach werden wir am 10. Dezember ein Event haben in Köln und Düsseldorf. Danach am 11. in Bielefeld, am 13. in Hamburg, am 14. in Berlin und danach am 15. in Leipzig, okay? Solltest du jetzt eine Stadt gehört haben, die bei dir irgendwo in der Nähe steckt und du warst noch nicht in der Gruppe, du hast noch keine Ahnung von den Events, geh auf deine Uplines zu, okay? Leitet gerne am besten nochmal alle Lieder, leitet gerne nochmal die Step-Up-Gruppen in den Chat, leitet gerne nochmal die Links, die Leute auf jeden Fall brauchen, dass jeder auf jeden Fall plugged ist, okay? Du musst nicht die Person sein, die Tausende von Euros investiert. Du musst die Person sein, die smart arbeitet, promotet und präsent ist. Treffe die richtigen Entscheidungen, denn die Arbeit wird für dich übernommen. Wir haben auch, falls du es übersehen hast, gerade einen Adventskalender am Laufen mit unserer Organisation, das EWAPWI Adventskalender. Drop mal eine 3 in den Chat, wenn du heute dein Geschenk angeguckt hast, okay? Hast du deine Tür geöffnet? Hast du das Video angeschaut? Hast du geliked? Hast du mitgeschrieben? Alright, weil morgen haben wir ein nächstes. Am 3. Dezember haben wir noch ein nächstes und 3. wird ein Sonntag sein. Also könnt ihr euch vielleicht auf eine größere Überraschung freuen, okay, mit einem teureren Geschenk. Okay, aber Leute, nutzt diese Dinge, alright? Nutzt wirklich diese Dinge. Ich freue mich auf jeden Fall, euch alle in Budapest zu sehen. Es war auf jeden Fall ein sehr, sehr nicer Call, okay? Und ich würde sagen, Leute, as you already know, just imagine what one decision can do. It will always be worth it. Macht's gut, Leute. Ciao, ciao.